What is your name and where are you from?
My name is Melinda Weiss and I'm from Southern Indiana.
What do you do in your country?
I am a student in college. I'm going into my senior year and I am a Spanish major, an education major, and I'm planning on being a high school teacher, either a Spanish teacher or teaching English as a second language.
Why did you choose a broader view?
I really was interested in volunteering abroad as opposed to studying abroad because I did not see the appeal of sitting in a classroom and being immersed in the culture. So I was very attracted to ABV because I got to live with a family, and more importantly, I got to pick my dates, and because I have a kind of tight schedule, it was really important to me to be able to pick the day that I come here and the day that I leave.
Why did you choose Cusco, Peru?
I've always had this natural draw to Peru, and so I actually picked the location before I picked the program.
How has your experience been so far?
It's been fantastic. I was definitely homesick the first week, and that week was really rough. But after that, I was just in heaven, and I've loved every bit of the experience, including the homesick, because now I've realized how much that I love home and how much I love Cusco.
For you, what was the best part of the program?
The best part of the program for me was definitely the volunteering, and I found it especially helpful to volunteer in the school. Being a future teacher, I got to use a lot of the skills that I learned in college. I got to use in school. I learned how to discipline kids, and more importantly, I learned how to speak in Spanish to the kids. So I was actually doing my work that I want to do in the future in Cusco. So that was absolutely fantastic.
How would you rate your coordinator?
Oh, definitely 10 out of 10. She was absolutely fantastic. Everything just worked out fantastically. She checked up on me on random days. The thing that really stuck out to me was that in picking trips around the city, she actually came with us on the trips so that she would explain to us the culture and what was going on at these sites, whereas if we wouldn't have had her, we would have been just kind of wandering around like lost ducklings. But she was there with us at every bit of the way. It was fantastic.
Did the Broader View staff in the U.S. and Cusco answer all of your questions?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, I definitely called them a couple times and they were always able to answer me perfectly.
What would you say about your host family, accommodations, and meals?
My accommodations, host family, everything was fantastic. I became really close with my host mom. We actually played Chinese checkers after a lot of meals. And in addition, I became really good friends with her cook, and we practiced Spanish together, and I've made some really good friends here through my host family.
Would you give any advice to future volunteers?
Yeah, definitely get to know your host family because you're going to learn a lot of culture from your host family. Don't treat them as a hotel. Treat them as a family that you're living with. In addition, get to know the other volunteers because not only did I get to know a lot about Cusco through the other volunteers, but I also got to know a lot about the states through their experiences and where they were from. Finally, bring medicine. Every person I know, every volunteer I know got sick here in Cusco with something or another. Bring some Dayquil, bring some NyQuil, maybe bring some pain pills. Because there's a good likelihood that you're going to get sick.
Would you recommend a Broader View to other volunteers?
Definitely. My experience here has been fantastic.
Thank you so much for volunteering with us.